Wrestling Rampage here, back with another video.
We are back with another video, and today we're doing what WrestleMania means to us. I know that our good friend Brita35, big shout out to him. Go check out his YouTube channel, and also our other good friend
Wrestling Addict 100.
Go check him out. Go check out his YouTube channel too. They both did videos of what WrestleMania means to them. So we're going to do a video on what WrestleMania means to us. But before we do get started on that, make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel. We have great video content. You guys do not want to miss a single video we do. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter at WrestleRampage. And make sure you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestleRampage2. So, what does WrestleMania mean to you?
Well, WrestleMania means to me is the glamour, the glitz, the fame.
The celebrities?
Not the celebrities.
Great. Well, let's be honest. That's what it was built on, though.
Yes, but not anymore. To me, it's about great matches. Look at Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels. Look at all the two Undertaker and Shawn Michaels matches. He's Mr. WrestleMania.
He is Mr. WrestleMania. Because you were sitting there on a roll, and I'm like, well, Mr. WrestleMania.
And the match with Flair at WrestleMania, you know? And then you got the Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 6, you know? And you got the Iron Man match with Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart. And you got the submission match with Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Bret Hart. You know, there was great matches that happened at WrestleMania. Austin 316 was born at WrestleMania 14.
The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, one of the best drawing WrestleManias of all time. Yes, WrestleMania 17.
WrestleMania 17 was a great WrestleMania. You know, WrestleMania, to me, WrestleMania...
just like Undertaker says, hey, WrestleMania's fever, man.
Yeah, if you're not on the card of WrestleMania, you have no reason to be here.
Yes.
And to be honest, you know, if you don't want to make it to WrestleMania, you don't deserve to have a job in the WWE. I'm just being honest.
You know,
if you looked when you were a kid, you know, you got to watch all those past WrestleManias, you know.
Because I mean, I have every WrestleMania on DVD.
And look at all the great matches that came out of WrestleMania. You know, there was a lot of great matches, and WrestleMania is like the Super Bowl. It's like the World Series. Alright? It's like the NBA playoffs. You know, it's like the NFL playoffs. You know, it's the granddaddy of them all. And you stand on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. It's and being inducted in the Hall of Fame at WrestleMania. That's a good thrill too.
It is.
You know, WrestleMania is awesome. I would like to go to a WrestleMania.
We would like to go to a WrestleMania.
You know?
But you know, things come before once, so
yep.
You know, you gotta go with the flow. I mean, we go to wrestling shows when we can. But you know, WrestleMania, you know, it's where the biggest matches, and the biggest build-ups of those matches end at WrestleMania.
Yes.
And, you know, like you said, a lot of the great feuds have ended at WrestleMania. And just, you know, you got Hogan versus Andre at WrestleMania 3. You got Hogan versus Savage at WrestleMania 5.
Yes, and you got Randy Savage winning the tournament at WrestleMania 4. Defeating 4 guys in one night in that tournament, you know? WrestleMania is where it's at. You know, that's the pay-per-view that's great. Is WrestleMania.
Well, except for WrestleMania 11.
Yes, except for there's some WrestleManias that were the shits. I'm gonna be honest.
WrestleMania 11 was the shits.
You know, there were some WrestleManias that weren't that good. We already mentioned those on past videos.
Yes.
But
for the most part, WrestleMania is the biggest matches, the biggest stories, the biggest moments of time.
Yeah, Mike Tyson, you know?
Tyson.
Mike Tyson punching out Shawn Michaels.
Edge spearing
Jeff Hardy. While holding the belts at WrestleMania 17. Hogan versus The Rock at WrestleMania 18. You know?
One of my favorite matches is an underrated match. WrestleMania 19, Shawn Michaels versus Chris Jericho.
Yes, and, you know, there's underrated matches and there's good matches.
And another one, WrestleMania 3, Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ricky Steamboat for the Intercontinental Championship.
Yes, you know, you can name a lot of great matches that happen at WrestleMania. And you can name some shitty ones, too. Like Owen Hart versus Skinner at WrestleMania 8.
SD Jones
versus King Kong Bundy.
WrestleMania 2.
You know? No, it was at WrestleMania 1.
Well, WrestleMania 1.
George Wells versus Jake the Snake Roberts at WrestleMania 2. You know? There was some shitty ones. There's some shitty matches that happened at WrestleMania.
Tito Santana versus Executioner.
Yes, and don't forget Jimmy Snuka no-selling Rick Rude's Rude Awakening at WrestleMania 6.
You know, but for the most part, it's the biggest stage of all time, especially in wrestling.
Yes.
Like if there's any show that you have to be on,
it's WrestleMania.
It's WrestleMania.
Yes.
And
even if you got to be in that Andre the Giant Battle Royal, you want to be a part of WrestleMania.
Just like Edge was wanting to at least get to WrestleMania,
and he did.
But before he retired, before he went to the surgery that says that he was going to retire, he made it to WrestleMania because he wanted to be at WrestleMania.
Yes.
It's just it's a big honor to be at WrestleMania.
Look at The Undertaker. He's been in almost every WrestleMania. Except for WrestleMania 10.
Mm-hmm. For some odd reason.
For some reason. I don't know why he wasn't there at WrestleMania 10. But, you know, and he lost at WrestleMania, which was a big mistake. But, we ain't gonna go through that.
You know, he did have the biggest streak of all time.
At WrestleMania.
And it's never going to be duplicated.
No.
Ever.
Even with that meaningless loss to Mr. Jimmy Johns, who never had a good WrestleMania moment, in my opinion. Only good moment I know is when he fell on his fucking head at WrestleMania 19. I'm just being honest.
Yes.
But WrestleMania is the grandest stage of them all. It's
Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero.
Yes,
WrestleMania
that
20.
emotional WrestleMania 20. Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero, confetti falling down. They both hold.
Now,
once again,
WWE's not going to show that because
but
they don't
say it. We don't give a damn.
You know, they don't want to show that emotional moment because of one guy in the party.
Yes,
but
it was an emotional moment,
especially for wrestling fans.
Yes, you know, for those guys that thought they would never get that far, like Eddie Guerrero, who's a hell of a talent, a WWE Hall of Famer. And Chris Benoit, that should be in the Hall of Fame but never will be. To me, he'll be a Hall of Famer. I don't give a fuck what anybody else says. You all can suck my dick, to be honest. I know what you're going to say. He's a murderer, but that, to me, that wasn't him. So
everybody says that
I'm on
MVP.
Guy. I'm on MVP side on that. You know, WrestleMania is just the grandest stage of them all, and WrestleMania is awesome, you know. Even if you're on the pre-show, it's still good. So, you're still part of WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, so we just wanted to get on here and tell you what WrestleMania means to us. And with that being said, make sure that you follow us on Twitter at WrestleRampage. Make sure that you like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestleRampage2. And make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel right here on Wrestle Rampage. We got other great video content coming up.
We got a lot more video content coming up.
That's right. You do not want to miss a single video we do.
That's right. Wrestle Rampage is that cream that rises to the top. That's right. The cream of the crop.
And nobody does it better.